1, 2, 3, 1.
Finally, seeping is the key word here.
Smart enough to figure it out.
I just ask questions and talk shit. I'm not the
All I
news.
saw was a lake, mountains, and some trees.
That's the running theme on this fucking podcast. Whoever deserves mocking, and that includes a host. Man, there is a record amount of meth in this place. Smitty. Just sounds like stuttering Smitty.
Challenge 2022, y'all. Fuck milk crates, y'all.
Action.
Fuck out of here.
What the hell? Everything. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy what the hell? Everything Day, June 6, 2022. I want to remind you, especially if you are new to the channel, haven't liked, haven't subscribed yet. Oh man, please do. Doing a lot of cool shit. At least I think it's cool shit. Please like the videos. That helps so much. And if you happen to be on Patreon for the live stream and you want to chime in for whatever reason, at some point I'm going to bring phones back into the podcast when I think there's the audience for phones on the live stream. But for now, feel free to put the comment in the comment section. I think that's what it's called. And at the end of the podcast, if there are anybody commenting and watching along on the live stream, then by all means, we'll do some chit chat back and forth, man. But yes, please like and subscribe. And I do want to actually do a Patreon that got a few new Patreons that I haven't mentioned in a while. So it's is there any sort of fucking legalities? Because it's weird, like on the radio, you really got to think twice a lot of times about whether you say people's full names on the radio. At least it seems like to me, unless you're given permission. If somebody, you know what I mean? If somebody calls in or something, that's different necessarily. That's different because they're essentially giving you permission to air their call. So you can say their name then on the air. But I'm saying there has to be a certain level of anonymity. So we'll just go with first names right now. Dan, Derek, Joseph, Brad, Craig, Nick, Andrea, Rick, Todd, Noah, Shona, Heather, Will, I think that's Bill, longtime radio listener, by the way. Hey, my mom's a patron. Ryan, Matt, Kristen, Brad, Susan, Adam, Carrie, Jessica, Tim, Jenny, Michael, Brian, Erica, Ryan, Jordan, and Heidi Joe. One of my biggest supporters. Heidi Joe, silver-haired fox. She used to watch on the live stream. She'll be back. Let's get the. Let me switch cameras here, or turn the camera on. How about that? Hey guys. But yes, huge shout out to patrons. I can't even express how cool I think it is that people are digging what I'm doing, and it motivates me and fucking fuels me 100%. Because you need it. That, honestly, let's throw this back on here. The former Reaction band. I reacted to this song on a reaction video, duh. Today I was like, I had the song in my head. I was just thinking about the Irish hike I'm going to do. I was thinking about essentially the way I do this podcast. The way my brain works. Just rambling. I actually went out of my way to look up the definition of ramble, even though I feel like I knew what the fuck it was. I feel like a lot of times there could be like a negative connotation to that word. Like he's just rambling. Yeah, sometimes. Maybe the rambling doesn't make sense to a lot of people. But let me pull that up because I did post it on both my personal Facebook page and my Instagram page, which I guess I could just throw out. If you don't like my social medias yet, follow along on Instagram. I do believe it's at Hungover Smitty. Is that what I am on Instagram? Hungover Smitty, yeah. But I posted the definition of ramble. Like, I gotta look this up right now, just so I know. And it's so fucking gold. I don't even know what to do. There's 4 different definitions of it. To wander around in a leisurely, aimless manner. Well, that sounds fun. That sounds like my entire fucking Irish hike. I want to go into that hike with not zero planning, because I'm planning the fuck out of this thing, trust me. But as far as like the routes and what bars, I'm trying to not plan that. I want to make the contacts at the bars ahead of time, just so I kind of know people a little bit, who to talk to. But I want there to be a real level of like spontaneity to it. You know what I mean? Where I'm in fucking Dublin, let's say, and then I'm like, oh, I heard about the town of Cork. That's close by. I don't know if geographically if that's true or not, but just for shits and giggles, oh, Cork is close by. I'll just have a nice. We'll go to Cork next, and then you stay at that town for a couple 3 days, get to know the people, schedule an interview, do the interview. And edit it and upload it. You can do a town every 5 days or something like that, and then you ramble on to the next town. Like, that fucking makes sense in that scenario. Definition 2 of ramble: to take a course with many turns or windings as a stream or path. That also is fitting. 3, to grow in a random, unsystematic fashion. That should be right next to, like, my face should be on that fucking, because I feel like that's what I've done, essentially. That I would have never seen coming when I was a kid, you know, that I'd be doing something like this. Now what am I listening to? Oh, Devin Townsend. I'm on my reaction channel playlist. I'm killing that music. This is not a fucking radio show. YouTube just going ding, 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 ding. Is this still on? Fuck, I hope so. Looks like it. Maybe it's muted. And then 4, to talk or write in a discursive, aimless way. I mean, come on, man. If you to talk or write in a discursive, aimless way. I mean, that's the whole stuttering Smitty thing. I had on the radio show, I had the 2 to 2.5 minute reel of stuttering Smitty, which was me saying the wrong thing and my brain fucking going awry, you know? And it was always that I was trying to restrict that. When I was trying to restrict that on the radio, that's when it would come out in its most hilarious form, because it's, you know, my brain wants to go ramble and wander around and look at all the things. Look at the bay, Margaret. That's what my brain wants, you know? And when you try to restrict it, you get fucking the stuttering Smitty. It still happens in this case. In my case, it fucking happens all the time. But I remember, wasn't a consultant. The stuttering Smitty reel got posted once, and some smarmy fucking radio fuck, probably a consultant who uses the word wordy too much. Shut the fuck up. But somebody was like, that's a PPM nightmare. Meaning the personal people meter, the rating system that they use in big markets. In this market, it's a diary market. It's way stupider. Maybe. I don't know. They're all fucking really stupid. But the PPM meters, somebody wear like a pager or a beeper, and it fucking listens to the radio stations for you and monitors what you fucking listen to. And you'll find out quickly that people's listening habits are nobody is loyal to shit. They turn this fucking station off so fucking fast. People are yapping away. If it's not compelling, that's the thing. My idea of compelling is 100% different than somebody else's idea of compelling. Hence, somebody turns it the fuck off. But I'm just like, that's the shit that I'm just like, fuck you. I pushed away from, I finally decided to like push away from those limitations, or those you have to get these better. I'm like, why don't I fucking embrace those things? The rambly thing in this fucking format absolutely really just allows me to just right off the top of my head about whatever I want, and people seem to like it, so it's cool. That being said, I'm in a rambling. Also, haven't been running as much. I haven't gone running since this is a weed day workout update. Very seldomly, or very seldom, been able to run the last couple weeks. The last time I did a podcast, I think I said on the podcast that I went running and my whole lower body was just fucked. After like 4 miles in an hour, I was broken. Really overdid it, man. You wouldn't think I'd worked out on the elliptical for 9 fucking months, getting my legs and knees strong. It was just that's what it felt like when I was running. My knees were just the impact was just off the fucking chain, and I'm like, ow, this sucks. So I had to stop and slow down. I had to stop a lot, and then I would start running again, and then I have to stop again. I had a good like half-mile pace. Anyway, I was just like, I need to recuperate from this. There was a couple times working and really getting my fucking ass kicked in the dirt at Turtle Creek, as far as just like a lot of steps, a lot of fucking fast steps. You know, I gotta. What's the terminology I want to use in this? Swamp ass. You know, my thighs. This is one more goal now as far as working out, is to fucking get a mad thigh gap, because right now it's just like. That's your thighs rubbing together when you're walking up and down, and you're just like, oh my God, I had to fucking, a couple times the other night, I was like, fuck, you got to take a second and like do a squat or something to let your fucking thighs separate from all of that rubbing together. It's yucky and gross, and it feels awful, and it's painful. It's fucking, I couldn't even barely walk that one night. But then Brother Levi is like, oh, dude, no. Because I was telling him about it, and he's like, compression shorts, man. And I'm like, no shit. And I got some compression shorts. And those things are a fucking game changer, man. I mean, I can walk full strides all night long with no fucking worries. Man, what a goddamn game changer. I'm going to wear those on runs, too. Because, man, oh, man. That really prevented me from running twice. Some mad swamp ass prevented me from fucking running like I wanted to. There was one day my knee was killing me, but I am getting back into the running very, very soon. I'm going to be moving very, very soon, so I suppose it's a good time for a Dude, Where's My Lease update, which I should have totally come up with an intro for that, but you know me, you don't plan anything. But first, let's talk about my friends at M22 in Sutton's Bay as we zoom in. I was pretty happy with that zoom shot. I need to see Kevin. It's been a while. I want to shoot the breeze with that guy. I had a fun time. He was in for the Detroit Tigers opening day watch party, which was super fun. He's fun to have on the airs, but he needs to come on at some point in the near future. I would, whether it be just wherever, either on Zoom or something like that. But I like Kevin, and I like his establishment. I got to stay there for a few days a couple months ago, and it really it's just a cool, cozy, little, small town inn, man, on the gorgeous drive of M22. I can't even, if you've never driven along that, you know, Leelanau, Benzie, Grand Traverse County, wine country, Sleeping Bear, sand dunes, Lake Michigan, West Bay, Grand Traverse Bay. I mean, there's a reason this place is just absolutely filling up with tourists. As I get back here in front of you on this camera, here we go. M22 in Sutton's Bay. I'm going to put after the end of this live stream, I'll make sure I have the link for M22 in the description of this video and in the description on the live stream. I should. If I'm not, and you ever go to click a link and it's not there, please shoot a message or something. Any little bit of help helps. Is that what the fuck I meant to say? All right, a Dude, Where's My Lease update. I feel like such a bitch. We get a sip of water in here. By such a bitch, I was gonna go kicking and screaming, and I'm just now. I've come to the decision. I'm just like, I don't have the energy to fight about this shit. You know what I mean? Got this new gig. I have this business I have to fucking take care of that I care about. I have the other job that I still do at Fresh Coast Beer Works on Monday and Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights, I'm only hosting trivia, not bartending, but you should totally join me downtown under the tent all summer doing fucking brand new Tuesday night pub trivia, Tuesday night live pub trivia at Fresh Coast. Anyway, I've decided to not go kicking and screaming because I just don't have the fucking energy. I got all this shit going on. And I'm just like, I really don't see any other alternative for me. I can't believe I'm going to say these words, but I'm learning to embrace it. And I'll tell you why. But what it is moving back in with my parents for the summer through fall. Because as I said before, the gig at Fresh Coats, it's a new brewery, and you realistically need 3 to 4 years with a new place like a brewery before it's busy locally. Few people here and there will work. If a word of mouth thing takes a long time. Anyway, my bank account went and shrank really throughout the summer, or throughout the winter, excuse me. And then when this house sold, I had to get the fuck out of here. Well, I have nothing. I have no savings, no last month, nothing. So I got this emergency job at where, Smitty? Turtle Creek. Bourbon 72, the premier steakhouse in northern Michigan. I'm saying it right now. And I should say real quick that I do love those guys at Turtle Creek. This is not an official partnership with the podcast. I just feel like I need to emphasize that. I'll never claim otherwise, other than just I work there and I love the establishment. But just wanted to make that clear. So, moving back in with my parents. On the outside, you're just like, man, that is a complete regression and failure at life. Because to move back in with your parents implies failure, I feel like, right? We're all led to believe that. But I'm like, why? First of all, they're offering it to you, a room that essentially you don't have to pay bills, and you can save some money. So, it's a logical move from that perspective. I could save money. It's also, I'm really, we're getting later in life. As I mentioned this a couple podcasts ago, we lost my mom's mom. It was my last grandparent a couple months ago now. And then her husband's brother, our uncle, passed away a week or so ago, week and a half maybe. And you get to that age where everybody just kind of drops off, and you're like, oh, there's another one. There's another one. It's a fairly morbid and cold way to look at it. But that's how it feels, kind of. You know what I mean? Oh, there's another one. There goes another one. And I'm just like, you know what? I like the idea. I'm not going to stay there. Because you can't really have a life living with your parents. You know what I mean? You can. Just, I work late nights, and I'm single. That's what I'm saying. But the opportunity to, hang out with them and sort of get to know them again. I feel a sneeze coming on. You should smoke some more marijuana, Smitty. Okay. I like the idea of getting to know my parents again. You know what I mean? Just in a way, just to hang out with them, talk with them. I'm going to put the podcast studio in the garage. Just a very crude version of it. I have my nephew who started kind of learning how to produce this podcast. He showed an interest in doing this kind of thing, and I brought him on, started training him a little bit, and he lives in the same neighborhood, so he'll be able to come over and help with the podcast, and he's a smart kid, so I'm looking forward to being able to have him come over and do it, and then, I'll just work on saving money, and I looking at the very real possibility that I can't even believe I'm saying it because I just have an inherent distrust of anybody. First of all, buying a house in this crazy climate, but I am considering it. So it's either renting or buying. It's just a matter of me saving the money up and getting a place and finding a place. But now that I know kind of what I'm going to do, because what was irritating me, one reason I haven't been doing a podcast in the last couple of weeks is just because sometimes, again, you just don't feel like you should be talking into a microphone. That's how it feels. Oh, I should not be talking into a microphone at all. I might say shit I fucking regret. You're in such a bad mood that you're just like, well, I can do music reactions, but it's not something like this. I had a point. The point is I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'll be out by the end of the month. And I'm so excited at the idea that, A, I'm going to just hang out with my parents a bunch. And then to have a real plan in life and then in this podcast, the idea that I'm just going to build a studio. And I am going to build a studio. I'm either going to build it in its own brick and mortar somewhere if I get a rental. But it's looking more and more like I'm probably going to buy a house. So I like that idea, you know? I like that. I like the idea of just having my own thing. And it makes it a lot easier when you know what's going on, but I still want to be a giant dick to old Butch Codgers. Because fuck those guys. I can't stress that enough. I had this on the list for the last couple weeks that I wanted to get to on the podcast. And that is, excuse me while I clear my throat, please. That is that brilliant as fuck George Carlin documentary on HBO. Holy dog shit, man. That is my George Carlin nerd's dream come true. And when I tell you that it was probably the most inspiring fucking thing I had seen maybe ever, and right at the right fucking time that I needed it, man. Right at the right fucking time, you know, where all this shit's going on. You're just like in the dumps. What the fuck am I gonna do? I don't have any fucking money. But you start to pull yourself out of it. You start to be like, okay, I see a goal. But in that moment when you needed it, it fucking dropped. Because I've been a fucking fan my whole life, pretty much since I've pre-puberty. Like, I remember, I bet I was fucking 10, 9, 8. How fucking old was I when I listened to Class Clown? When the fuck was it released? Well, it was released 77. Class Clown. And it was mid-80s, early 80s when I listened to it, probably. And I'm just like, he gets you with the swearing, and then he throws some deep thinking in there, and it kind of catches you. You're like, oh, this is a bit different. And then years later, as probably a freshman in high school, I discovered jamming in New York, and then it was fucking all over. Every book he wrote, every movie he was in, everything. And I'm not talking just like passively watched or something, but like studied. Like I fucking study that guy. I got my love. I don't know if I got my love of language and how language works from him, but it certainly fueled it, you know? And then his love of swearing, I don't know where that came from. In a famous resignation letter, I grew up with George Carlin and Eddie Murphy. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, you know? It's just a real thing. And then just how he was a comedian and just a brilliant fucking writer his whole life. But he just did it until the day he died. I saw him twice perform live. Once at Leland Sands Casino, and this is like early 2001 probably. And I was like, I wasn't front row, but I was like second or third row. And I was drinking White Russians. And they fucking White Russians came out my nose. Right at the beginning, it was something ludicrous. Ludicrously vulgar, by the way, I want to say. And it fucking hit me. Boom, White Russian out my nose. Motherfucker. And that whole show, I was just doubled over, dying, watching my fucking hero. And then probably, it was on his last tour, probably. Before his last special came out, he was working on the material for that HBO special. I think it was it Life is Worth Losing, or whatever his last one was. And this motherfucker's still doing it. He was however old, 72, 74, something like that. And just to see him fucking continuously just be so cutting edge and funny and thoughtful. I was like, man, if there's ever a fucking dude I wanted to be like, it was that guy. You know, creatively, professionally. And to see him how he started. And I feel like, honestly, I don't not think I am George Carlin. Clearly. I have no illusions that I am anything close to resembling George Carlin. He is the greatest fucking communicator maybe ever. But he makes, like, I want to be that good. You know, I would love to be that good at, like, language and talking, conveying your thoughts, you know? And just to see his fucking journey where he, I posted the fuck all of them thing on Instagram and social medias. Where it was spoiler alert, fucking get to the end of episode 1 and he's just like talking about, it's on the record. It's not like it's a fucking movie. Shut up with your spoilers. Anyway, he had hit a down note in his career. Because everybody thought he was a fucking joke, always making the same fucking George Carlin type jokes. And he was kind of a caricature of himself. And he's like, I heard all these people talking shit. And he's like, you know what? I decided right that I'm just going to be better than everybody. I'm going to get so much better at this, and fuck all of them is essentially the word. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. And I was watching this shit, and I got so fucking fired up, man. I'm like, you're fucking goddamn right. I just mentioned my resignation letter. That's how I felt in that moment. Just like being like, you know what? I'm tired of your fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm tired of all of this nonsense or whatever seems to be nonsense that I just want no part of anymore. I'm going to do my own fucking thing. Fuck all of them. And I fucking stood up when he said that in the documentary and fist pumped. And I'm like, fuck yeah! Fuck all of them. God, that. And then that was only the first part. There were 2 parts, which was equally as good. Because the best part of that, fuck all of them, if it was a movie, and again, here's where the spoiler alert comes in. Spoiler alert again, he fucking did it. It's honestly was the most inspiring, validating thing I could have watched in that moment. I'm like, everything I'm doing is fucking worth it. Everything I'm doing is fucking worth it, and I love it. Yeah. Sometimes you got to find the things, you know. You got to find the things to inspire you, to keep you going. Because, man, I'm not saying, there's no way I would ever say that I'm going to quit this podcast. As I said a few episodes ago, talking about what's going to happen, the dude wears my lease shit. I'm like, I will do this shit on my fucking phone if I have to, because fuck all of them. But it's been tough, man. Just again, sometimes you don't want to talk into a microphone. There you go. You need it. And it was there. And it fucking gave you a little kick in the ass. Much needed kick in the ass, I must say. Hey, we're getting close to the end of the show. If there's anybody on the live stream. No, not today, but there will be in the future because that's just the way it works. If you build it, they will come. Reminders, if you're into my shit at all, be catching the reaction videos. I will have more, just more stuff coming. Once I get settled and I can keep the ideas flowing, that's the whole, I said the other day to somebody, I'm like, this place is just an outlet for me to get out whatever fucking weird ideas I have, you know? And it's awesome. And I love you guys for being a part of it. And I thank you. Again, $3 a month for Patreon. It's well worth it. And that's going down rabbit holes with reaction channels and or reaction videos and such. And then I'd already mentioned trivia Tuesday nights at Fresh Coast Beer Works in Traverse City. And then, you know it. You know it, man. Hey, shut up, fuckhead. Let's get out of here. You're not a fuckhead. I'm not a fuckhead. I love myself.
So long, sucker.
Good night, everybody!
I am so sorry for everything that has happened.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys there. By the bar and get your face, huh? Get me paid, bitch!
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog.
I love y'all very much. Peace out!
Good night, ladies.
What the hell? Everything